ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on, but not too far from the topic that we just currently touched upon. The next topic of discussion is going to be on the future of learning, how EdTech is shaping the classroom experience. Well, for this topic, let me just give a bit of a background. Modern educational technology, as we have understood since morning through our conversations, is that it has transformed the way teaching and learning is happening currently in our classrooms. It's offering initiative and innovative tools that enhance engagement, interactivity, and efficiency. From tools like Google Classrooms to platforms such as Epic and Overdrive that are providing access to vast collection of books and resources, there is a complete revolution in the way classrooms are at the moment operating. We will take this topic further in our next panel discussion, and for that I'm going to invite my colleague and ABP Live anchor Vidhi to please come forward to moderate the session. And for the speaker's profile in this session, let me introduce to you, it's going to be Ms. Monica Mehta, Principal, Ryan International School. Ryan International School, in fact, is a leading educational institution known for its commitment to holistic development, academic excellence, and co-curricular activities. I request both Vidhi and Ms. Monica Mehta to please join us on the stage and take the conversation further. Ms. Monica herself is the principal, and she's dedicated to fostering an inclusive, progressive learning atmosphere, emphasizing on values, innovation, and the overall growth of students. Over to you, Vidhi.
Thank you so much, Monica ma'am, for joining us. You're the principal of Ryan International School. And as somebody who was a fairly average student in school, I'm very terrified right now because I've always been scared of having an interaction with a principal one-on-one. And I'm not sure if I'm worried if I might ask the wrong question.
No, not at all. A very good evening to all those who are present here. Let it be a very healthy talk. No one needs to be afraid of anybody. We are here to discuss the future of our own kids.
Absolutely. And through the course of all the panels that we've had, I think one thing that everybody has agreed on and everybody has mentioned that with technology transforming how education is, it has to be introduced at a very young level. It has to be introduced at the school level. So I guess the pressure is now on you to transform.
It's not a pressure.
And change.
I think all the teachers who are here will agree with me, it's a challenge. Because education is the platform for the progress, and we all look the revolutionary change because we are standing on a brink of the education change which is well driven by technology.
Absolutely, yes. So how do you see the classrooms of today have completely changed? They're now immersive, they're engaging, and they're tech-driven. So what difference do you see from a conventional classroom to the classroom of today?
Okay, if I talk about the traditional method, we all agreed that we based on one fit model. Mean one topic, entire class, all at the same pace.
Correct.
But now it has been totally changed. We have to see the requirement, necessity, and potential of every child, and we have to analyze and progress those child according to the needs. This is the change in the historic time and the present era. And all this has been given to us by the technology, because technology is a wonderful tool which is given for all this requirement.
But is it practically possible to give that kind of personalized attention per student?
Yes. But it needs to be whatever tool you are choosing, first you have to do the pilot project with that tool. So that it should be totally with your curriculum, because every school, those who are CBSE schools, few are IB, it all depend upon, it should be according to your curriculum. It is accessible and easily adaptable in the classrooms, because infrastructures of schools are also different.
Correct.
We cannot put all the schools on one platform and we can see yes, opt this.
You can't just introduce technology without the proper infrastructure. No. Of course, absolutely.
Yes. So we have to work upon first the three major factors I will see. Any school has to check. One, whether it is fitted into your curriculum. Second, will your classroom is in that form that it will be adaptable to it? Is your staff trained for this accessibility?
Yeah, that
then
was
you can
going to
talk
be a
about
question.
technology.
Yeah. So what do you think you should be investing in more right now? Teacher training or developing and integrating more tech in classrooms?
Both.
So what gets more attention?
At present, teacher training is must. First, until the teacher is trained and teacher is well aware of what to use, what are the safety tools, how to implement it, what to take off, what not to take off, then how it impart the knowledge to the students. But I will also not refuse. This is Gen Z generation, more ahead than us, and they will automatically, before telling the teachers, they know, ma'am, this is like this.
Yeah.
This new app has come. This has been done like this. But I will say, whether that is teacher or a student, it should be self-directed technology.
Okay.
So whatever you are using, you should be aware of what we are doing it. But teachers' training is very, very important, and it is playing a crucial role in this technology.
So teachers training, but I think there's a challenge when it comes to training the parents as well. Because the kids have the exposure, the kids have the access, the teachers are learning, but the parents also need to know how much of tech should be allowed, and does it affect critical thinking?
Yes, agreed with your point. Parents also has to be well versed with this. Fine. Giving a phone to the child and telling, okay, do your assignment, do your work, do this, might be at that particular time the child is assessing something else. So the knowledge to the parent is must. That's why every school has to conduct the parents' workshop as well. Okay, what we are using, what is our platform, and what we have given to the child. So parents should be always have these kind of knowledge, and this will only helpful with our NEP cycle, which the school says that happy school, happy parents, happy students, and although happy classrooms. And happy classrooms are only possible if parents, teachers, students all are well versed with this new technology.
So how long do you think it's going to take? Obviously, we can't expect this change to happen instantly. It
No.
is a learning process. Where do you see classrooms in 2030? Do you think by 2030, parents, students, teachers would have all adapted to this change?
Yes, they all will be adapted to this change. But in 2030, if somebody told me, okay, what kind of classroom you see in the school, I believe I will see digital free layout classrooms.
A digital free layout.
Out. Free layout here mean ki, I am not only in that time also dependent on the technology, but there is a free space for the teachers also and student also to have hands-on practice and unplugging the tasks.
Wonderful. So there are quite a few countries who've progressed because of their infrastructure as well, who've progressed a lot when it comes to implementing smart ed. What lessons should our country learn? Are there any policies? Is there anything that schools and colleges should ask for?
Yes, if I talk about the countries, two names I can take. One is Finland and one is Singapore. We cannot compete at present with their technologies, what they are adopting at present. But yes, we have to learn the good things from them as well. Like they are giving all the digital platform to the students because their classroom are e-classrooms. Totally e-classrooms. And if I talk about their specially designed kits, they all are dependent on motor skills. Fine. If in depth we will study their kits, whatever they have, they all are based on motor skills and problem solving ability. Automatically, they are enhancing critical thinking, and that critical thinking will give a sight to the child what I have to take, what I don't have to take, whether there is some force or not. That's why I say it's a self-driven force which allow you to pull the best from the technology.
I'm sure there are some parents in the audience as well, and you might have a few questions regarding students using tech. So if you have any questions, you can start thinking about them. We'll open the forum for everybody here. But I would like to know, with EdTech tools becoming so diverse, I'm sure every day you would be introduced to a new tool. How do you decide which one's impactful for your students? And right now at this stage, what do you think is the most practical approach a school needs to apply?
Look, if the school is introducing any tool, whether I will say, look, Google Classroom, Microsoft, every school is using, Zoom, all. Fine. This is those common platform which every parent, every child, every teacher, principal, school, all are using. Fine. Teen, that is the another. We have WebNX. So we all are using these tools. But when any tool, any school choose, they should know all the security challenges, everything, so that it not be misused. But personally, I feel from all this, only the beneficial tools what we called upon, that is speedo reader, speed text, fine, all those, like we have every kind of child in the class. Might be one is very quick. Okay, what ma'am has said, I have learned. I have taken it up. But these applications, along with all these Microsoft tools, what we are using, if the teacher introduce these tools, speedo learning, speedo text, so that is easy for them also to grasp. That's why along with implementing another tools, these tools are also mandatory. Teacher should know.
All right. So, how do you see the role of teachers evolving in the next decade?
Ma'am, teachers are role model. No one can replace the teachers. Not today, not tomorrow, not in future. Because the basic thing is, till, if I take an example, after 20 years, a child met the principal or the teacher, they come, hug the teacher. That bond is there. AI can't provide all that. I know you are not well these days. I will help you out. AI don't know. If you are sitting in front of AI, you are perfect. Get whatever you want to get. But that personal touch, that bond, that empathy will not, because teachers are role model for the students. If a small, you talk to a child of Mont 3 or class 1, my teacher is very smart. She is wearing this. Mama, you also do that. Parents used to tell us, my child is, AI can't provide all this. So there is no chance any technology can replace the teacher. But yes, teacher can't be reluctant. They have resilience to learn and opt the new changes, whatever coming on their way. If you are reluctant, then your future is not there.
For the audience in the room and for the viewers who are watching this live on ABP Live right now, are there any recommendations for parents and students that you would have? ChatGPT has entered the classrooms. Parents might be using it to help their students as well. What should they be using and what should they not be using? Or what should they be applying?
If you want answers from ChatGPT, what the kids use, simply copy the question and paste it and get the answer. And I tell you, there are so many errors in the ChatGPT which is not correct. So either that is parent or a student, use the technology. Get well versed with the technology. We cannot leave the technology behind, because this industry, EdTech industry, is the next industry for India. Fine, we are seeing almost 400 billion turnover by 2030 by this industry. And we all have to be trained and well versed with this. But whatever you are doing, give the right command. For giving the right command, first you should learn. First you should find it out, not only simply pasting a question and getting the answer.
Are there any tools out there that enhance learning that parents should probably use for their kids?
Ma'am, there are so many tools. I will not say 1, 2, 3. It depends upon what is my potential. If I am very intelligent, I can go with any tool. Fine.
Correct.
I am telling you speedo text, that is for slow learners. Speedo text is a tool for the slow learner. Fine. But if I am intelligent, any tool can be applied. But yes, this is appeal for the parents, teachers and the students, that command should be right to the technology. Pasting a question, getting the answer and giving to the teacher, and teacher checking that answer should underline each and everything to tell the child technology is not working without the teacher. Because the teachers or principals who are sitting here will be totally agree with me. We have so many errors in ChatGPT.
Yeah, that is true, yes.
Yes.
But you can't completely rely on AI for everything,
Yes.
for your answers especially.
Look, I tell you, ChatGPT, what have done with the students, they reduce their effort. Earlier, when we used to give the project to the students, they research. They read encyclopedia. They read books and get the answer. Now, simply give a command, entire project, entire presentation is there. Fine. Student has learned how to remove the watermark also, where they have copy. True. Student also know, you put it in the software and you will check whether it is copied from somewhere or not. Fine. They are very trained. They are so tech savvy. They know what to do, how to do. So they will change few words. Then from one software, I tell you, from one software, they will take the content. If they will give you as it, you will paste and you will say it's copied. Then they put it in on the another technology tool to rewrite. So yes, yes, rewrite so that they don't be caught with that. Then teacher will say, okay, if I copied, no, they have not
there are
copied
pros
from,
and-
they have not copied. They are very smart. Technology has made them very smart. To
Yeah.
getting one answer, to submit one project, they can go on 4 technologies parameter. But they will not use, okay, I will write. No.
There are
But
some
in
parents. There are some parents in the audience who are nodding with their opinion. I'm sure. Can we have the mic passed on to them, please? I'm sure you'll have some insights that you'd want to share. So we can't. I mean, we have to accept that technology is changing, but we can't ignore it.
no,
Monitoring has to go up.
ignore. I am not saying ignore. Without technology, we are nothing.
Yeah.
We have to adapt this. We have to totally see what is coming on our way. That's why it's saying that education is nothing. It is manifestation of perfection. And we all want to be the perfectionist. Fine? And for that, we have to adapt the technology. Because it is the platform of progress, as I earlier said.
Absolutely. Ma'am, would you like to agree? Do you have a question? Sir, okay.
Good evening, everyone. I just have one question that we are talking about smart education since morning, talking about so many tools and all. Now, as in being an educator, don't you think we are missing out on actual contents which we used to teach to the students, rather than we are using so many tools, making it more easier for the students and for us also. So what is your say onto it?
So you are absolutely right. I will not say that that old traditional way was wrong. We have produced so many leaders as an educationist. We have produced IAS, doctors, and so many with that traditional way only. But the point I said, it's upon us that how we are using it. Like if in the classroom, if I think some principal will be there, whenever you observe the class, we always wish to see how deeply the concept has been taught. Then moving on to video or audio, AV, whatever tools we are using, then we also want check on understanding should be there for the students. That how you are taking, that is by the quiz, by the mind mapping techniques, are you taking the ladder formations, you can use it on the blackboard, you can use it by the technology. It is available on both. That's why we say that educators always need to be in the hybrid mode, online plus offline. So we have to train ourselves that way, that we will not leave the technology behind, and we will also not bring our traditional method to zero. Both has to be moved together and give a impactful learning to our students.
Absolutely. We cannot deny. Classrooms are not limited to textbooks and
No.
chalkboards anymore.
Look, textbook is e-textbook. Fine. Still, you tell me, CBSE has ever thought of converting e-papers? Never. Even our new education policy also have assessment, but the pattern has been changed. The reason being, yes, that is the basic concept knowledge is mandatory, as well as adopting technology also play a significant role in it. Because in earlier I said, one room, one model, fitted model, which we opt. But now student has changed, the requirement of parents has changed. So accordingly, this technology has given too much in less duration. For every child, I can select the content with the help of technology. Teacher can deliver that. If extra practice is required, okay, by the help of technology, I can go one-on-one. I don't need to go 1/40 every time. One-on-one, I can help the child. So we cannot deny this fact that technology play a significant role. But yes, content learning is also important.
What is that one thing that you think will disappear from classrooms in the next 10 years?
Nothing.
It'll stay the same?
It remains the same. But yes, all what I will see, teacher will be more equipped, student will be more smart, and educators will be always a role model, and it remain a role model.
Transformation is inevitable.
Yes.
We just have to be well prepared.
Yes.
Is there any questions in the audience? Okay, cool. We can take about 2 questions because we are very limited
I would
time.
just like to add, it's just an extension to what you have suggested and answer to sir's question. So at our school, I'm from St. Andrew World School, Vasundhara. So we have started the weekly routine, sir. Since we are talking about values and we are envisioning education 5.0 and 2030 we have a greater goal to achieve. So we have converted the entire building into the Bala system, that is building as a learning aid, where we have given the space to all the SDGs. Apart from that, we have a DEAR approach, that is drop everything and read. Once in a week, it's mandatory. That is a breakfast which we are giving it to our children. And then drop everything and meditate, and drop everything and the story writing and story reading session. So when you do these kind of small routines, you serve them the first meal and let them explore the rest of the things. And with that, the balance is there. And of course, the children are turning more empathetic. And as far as the parents are concerned, I think, ma'am, you have said rightly that parents are to be sensitized and they are to be given lot of orientation. And for that, the first orientation of the session, not only about what the school would be doing, we give the hands-on training to our parents how to use that ERP, the learning LMS, so that parents would go hand in hand with children. So these kind of small, practices makes a difference. And we see that golden triangle is really working well. And of course, education can't go without technology. We have to leverage ourselves, and for that, ma'am has rightly said that we need to upskill ourselves, because if we'll not, there is somebody who is already doing and will going to replace it very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That was very insightful.
If I add it to you, the technology is basically building the gap. It is bridging the gap. Exact word is, it is bridging the gap, what we want to see.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was the time we had. Thank you so much. This has been a very extremely insightful, and I learned a lot in this session. Thank you so much, everybody. You've been a very good audience as well.
Thank you. Thank you to all the educators here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now I'm sure Vidhi is a more confident student after that session with principal, ma'am. That was wonderful. Can I please request Mr. Sunil Goswami once again to please join us on stage to felicitate our speaker for this session. Miss Monica Mehta, can we please have the memento and the bouquet for her? I request you all to please put your hands together for this session as we wrapped up another important topic in ABP Live's SmartEd Conclave 2025, how technical education is shaping the classroom experience.